Hello, hello. I hope you all are doing well today. I am working on this again. I've got the majority of it figured out now. So that I will be able to set this up and make it go. Use that to hold that down. As you know, I'm taking a rectangle pattern and making it come out square. So I've had to alter the pattern by adding in different amounts in different directions. So it wasn't as simple as just enlarging the pattern, unfortunately, because of the nature of how it was laid out. And I'm not worried about the dog face because I am actually getting rid of the dog face. The biggest reason for me doing this is because I want the top of it to match up. And that did not match up. That needs to be the next hole over. So. Hi, Elizabeth. I did. I was still working when I got that, so I will address it as soon as possible. I have to do that stuff today. Now I have a body of a bag because this will get used like this. This will get stitched into each side like that. So that will give me my 7 inches in height. And then in theory, now that I've played with this one, they do line up. I will stitch these together like this and be able to make my top bits there. So now I get to figure out what I want to do with this. How do I want this to come out looking? Because Kendra did not want the puppy dog on it. Cut out some of this extra paper. And she said, maybe the letter G on it, which I can do. I just have to get a little creative with it. And I can make that happen. I think the puppy treats would be cool though. The puppy on it. And I could have altered it and put the puppy right in the middle. I could still do that if that's what she wanted. But that's not what she wanted, so no puppy for Gary. It's really bad. I just hate I hate making my own patterns because I have to deal with making sure that my pattern comes up with the right number of holes coming across and up and down. And I don't like dealing with it. And I know that sounds terrible, but that's how it is. I guess I'm just going to go right here on this. And then I have to come up with some kind of G that is the alphabetic character G. For Gary. Oh, I threw stuff in the floor again. I really need to quit throwing stuff in the floor, but it is what it is. Finding I have a few things down here. Oh, it's a piece of chain. So how are you today, Elizabeth? I hope you're having a good day. Oh, that's wonderful. That is absolutely wonderful. I hope they can bring him some relief. I am looking to see if I can find something creative. Except I'm not paying $50 for the alphabet. Yes, there's a website that was selling artistic alphabet. $50. And that's insane. Yeah, and it's just pictures of letters that they've come up with in different to make it look cool. It's like, you've got to be kidding me. I might have to open my Microsoft Word and see what I've got in there. I think that's what we will do. File, new, blank document. I hate that it shows my legal name at the front, at the top of it. Because if it didn't show my name, I could take that off and I could show what I'm doing. But I can't make it where it lets me put that off the screen. Or can I? No, it doesn't. Because I don't publicize my legal name. for my own personal reasons. Which some people don't understand, some do. And it just won't let me, so that bites. We are doing capital G for Gary. And I'm going to make it really big because I want it to be about 4 inches tall. And that letter is going to be 1, 2, that's not even 3. But let me change it to a font that looks better. Trying to find something that would be just really nice to use. Something I can cut out easily and stitch on easily. And there has to be something for posters. Oh, wait, where's that at? I think there is a poster font. MNOPPO. No. Yeah, it's like, it's insane. The prices for that is absolutely insane. And yeah, I appreciate my legal name not being, publicized. Let me see if I can find a poster font. They are not going to make it easy for me. I just want a basic poster. And the thing is that I say poster and it's coming up with all kinds of crazy stuff. Oh, wait, I can actually share this screen. That is this one. I can share this with you so we can see what I'm looking at. It's like, these are not basic poster fonts. There's not enough room here on this G. But that one is an option. Oh, wait, I need to. These are all supposed to be free, and I'm looking at $signs here. Oh, okay. Let's go commercial free. Outlined. This one might be okay, and I can just ignore the shadowing. And that's just it, Elizabeth. It's all electronic, and you don't even get a physical one. Okay. wonder what this one looks like. Let me go and drop this in my downloads. Details. Okay, you can't see what I'm looking at, but you know, now it makes more sense to me. New folder, fonts. And see if I can find another font. Get a couple of options. Almost like this one. Just kind of quiet here today while I look for fonts to put on this bag. I want to get something that looks right. I think one of the three I've gotten will work. Because it's insane. The number of them that are out there. Okay. Let me stop sharing that screen. Because I have now downloaded fonts. And I need to install those fonts, which means I don't want people looking at my hard drive for obvious reasons. Extract all. Right now it's right in front of my screen, so I can't see what's going on. I like the way it's easy to install new fonts on a computer. And this should give me font options. For everything, for what I'm trying to accomplish. might have to actually leave in order to have access to these. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to exit out of Word. And then go back into it. Because that's how it goes sometimes. Letter G. I was hoping it would jump down to what I was looking for. Oh, I think this one will work. I don't know how big this is, but let's see what I can come up with. Oh, that didn't work. I didn't get the whole letter. There we go. Oh, no, I didn't. I want to copy it. Stop it. This is some of the boring stuff I get to do when this is the parts that you don't see behind the scenes, making things happen that everybody doesn't realize I do. Control V. And now I can share that screen again. There. And I want to resize it because it's only at 2.5 inches. So I want to size it about 175, I think. Yeah, by the time I print it, it'll come out right. And then I'm also going to white out all this other stuff. So doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I mess up the edges because I'm only going to be cutting on the outside edge. So I'm just trying to minimize the ink usage. And I think this will work. That's going to make it. Let me see what's not here. That's going to make the letter. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 1 inch, a little bit over 2 inches. It's 3 inches. About 4 inches. About 4 inches tall. I think that'll be okay. So let's test how well this worked. Crop it. Print. You don't get to see all that. Which my printer may have gone to sleep. We will see. Yes, the printer went to sleep. Again, my printer loves falling asleep on me. Excuse my squeaky chair that I still have not put WD-40 on. Eventually, when I change things around, I'll have it where I can access this printer easily. Just not easy to do from where I sit right now. Throwing my leather down that I've been working with. I've got the leather glued together for John's next skull. Well, this might be bigger than what it said. This is definitely bigger than what it said it was printing, unless I printed it wrong. Because this is bigger than the whole thing. So I need to see how that printed. It should have printed at 100%. Let me see. File, print, print. More settings. It evidently printed to fit the page instead of just 100%. And I can't find the information to change that here. Okay, that's not going to work then. Page setup. Oh, there it is. Adjust to be 100% normal size. That's what I needed to do. You cannot see that. For some reason, it doesn't show you that part of it. Which is weird. Because the first time it printed it to fit the page. So I have this big letter G out here hanging out, which I don't need. Okay, now I printed again. That one might be a good size. This letter G is 4 inches by about 2 1/4 inches. So let's see how that looks. Yeah, I think that'll work. I think that's big enough to be seen. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold these together. Because I don't want this like just a totally square bottom. And I also want my left and my right to be the same. So I'm folding this in on itself. And in theory, this should be centered. Let's see. Okay. That's where I want that to fold. Right on those marks. Not so worried about it up here because I'm not altering that. I am going to put a piece of tape on this just to hold it in place. Temporarily. Ah, yeah, you got to feed the hubbies. Hubbies are important. I am lucky that mine likes to cook. Let me see. I normally don't cut my leather patterns right on the edge, but sometimes you have to make exceptions to the rules. And that did not work out perfect. Let me see. I did it. Yes. So now the flap will look like this. And turn it over so you don't see all those little dog thingies on there. And then we'll line up the letter G on the flap. So the flap will be like that. my hair stuck in tape. I need to watch myself and quit doing that. Oh, I needed more precision than that. Yeah, I tape my hair onto everything. That's why I have it actually pulled up. So one and two. I'm gonna have to use one of these pens, see if it'll write on here. See if that's gonna mark it, if I'm gonna have to use my paint pen, which is okay because it's right here as well. And that's not turning as much as I would like it to. Yeah, we've been getting rain off and on here, so it varies when it is. Last few days we've been getting rain. Actually, I should have been marking that on here because this side has the holes on it. I'm going to try to hide some of these holes so I don't mistakenly start punching holes where I don't need to, because I do have to mark new holes specifically for the letter G. Because Mr. G, I know, I think I'm still going to make a keychain out of the pieces because I have the pattern pieces for it, that I think I'm going to make the face into a keychain. Because I just think he'd make a cute little keychain. But, okay, I can still see my line marks. Now, how far to the edge do I want Mr. G to be? I think that might be good. But I am going to have to print another one of these G's. Or maybe not. I just need to hold this in place, because I just have to have holes. So Let's see how this is going to work. That's going to work. Sweet. And what I'm going to do is put the holes through it right here, because that'll mark the holes on the underneath pattern. But now I'm going to have please work out perfect. Oh, almost smashed my fingers. And then I can use this letter for cutting out the letter that's going to be his initial, which will be in a different color leather. And but the pattern will have, can't use that one. I need my 2-hole one for my close together holes. That's it. Oh man, not quite the same. I have to cut that a little inside. I'll have to mark it. But I will adjust the pattern. So if I go up one more, that's too high. I will adjust the pattern to be exactly what I need it to be for this. And then I'll pull the piece off and I'll use the actual letter G to cut out the leather for the G itself. The holes are punched through to this paper, which will mark what I need to know for doing the other one.
Hello, everyone.
There's only a couple of us in here right now.
You just started?
Just a little bit ago.
Well, hello.
Elizabeth's here.
Hello to everyone that is here.
Miss Elizabeth is here.
Where do you want this?
The other ones are upstairs.
Where?
My computer desk. They're sitting on the table right there.
So, here. Yeah, I found this one down here on the floor.
I need to charge them and see which ones work.
The other black one, I don't think works.
Well, I'm not checking it now. Ow!
Don't do that, it hurts.
I hate when I do that. And Elizabeth did say hello.
Gotcha.
Our children love, our grandchildren, my child, your grandchild. Children love to be acknowledged. Everybody is somewhere on a Monday. I don't know where they are. Other than not here. Guess it's just a crazy day that it's Monday. That's all. It's Monday. Yeah. Ay. And excuse if you hear the kids acting a fool upstairs. So now, yeah, that worked. What I've accomplished is I will use this to cut out the letter G in a different color. On here now you can see the holes that I've put through. Let me see if I darken them up. Nope. You can see the holes in there where I put the G on here. And that will be able to mark this pattern piece, which is the flap. This one has his little holes in it, so I'll know where to cut it. I just need to alter some lines on here just a little bit for where I'm cutting them. Now I have a G in here. And no, I want to do this. Cut this to here. Still come here. Still go here. Come in a little bit here. Drop this line down just a little bit. I'm trying to make it so I don't have a lot of leather outside the stitch line. And that'll work. That's going to work now. And I will have a wonderful letter G. And G is for good work. Yeah. No, G is for Gary. Gary. And then there are two markings on here. I'm trying to figure out where these straps go. I just threw something on the floor. Let me go pull up the pattern real quick, which I think I have in front of me. Or I do. No, that's not going to help me because that's not the finished one. Aha. Now I can figure out what these straps are for. Because this is what it's supposed to look like. Oh, those are the belt loopy things, I guess. Let me see. I mean, I'm not doing it the way they tell me to, so. It's weird that they only have the belt loopy things on one part of the pattern. Because it's like, okay, I've got all that. It's supposed to have a snap. Okay. So I guess I could put the snap here. And cut my snap hole there. And once I put it together, I can figure out where the snap hole goes on the other piece. Oh, wrong window. Yeah, okay, I'm not doing that part. Not doing that part because he's only needing the snacks. He's not picking up poop. Let's see, I can make that little doggy because it has the whole piece, the leftover pattern pieces. It has the whole, it has that whole brown piece like this. So I can actually use that and make a keychain, which I think would be cool. Okay, they loop back on themselves. I need to find out if that's what she wants. Does she want it to loop back on itself, or does she want me to drop it, put the belt loops further down? I really need to see that. That's these pieces. So those don't change. I just need to see if that's what she wants, is it to hang like that. Because that's a lot. So I guess I need to poke a Kendra. Hey Kendra, where are you? Oops. And I only need 2 of these. I wish I had something that I wish I had some kind of craft I did that I could use up all this paper. Someone told me I needed to boil it and make paper. And I'm like, I'm not making paper out of paper. I'm just not doing it. No. And so I don't need all these other pieces. I set that over here because I will use this paper for other things. So yeah. And I need to do my math. Counting holes is so much fun. I think that's right. That one, get that one. I need to double check and make sure that this is the same. Yes. That always makes me happy when they line up. And it actually goes this way. Holes line up that way. So this will go this way. This will flop. Come on. Flop. This will flop that way. And it'll have a big old G on it. Which I know you can't really see it. Then I got my side pieces. I'll cut 2 of these. And then I need those loops. And so I just need to know from Kendra if she wants these just looped over like this for the belt to go through like it is on here. And I don't know if I can. Okay. Like it is here. Just looped over. Or if she's going to want me to once this is all sewn together, if she's going to want me to put them like this for him to pass his belt through. So that's the only thing I have to ask her. But that means I can also now math and give her something I need to give her. And I don't know what this is for. Because that's on the front edge. Oh, was the marking for the snap. But I don't know if that's where the snap is actually going to be now. I will have to wait until I actually make it to know where this goes. I know you can't see I'm writing numbers down. Oh, plus 34, 184, 168. This one has 646 holes. I count up the number of holes because that comes up to partially on how much time it takes, which doesn't make sense to a lot of people, but makes perfect sense to me. Because I stitch approximately a certain number of holes a minute type thing, or a certain number of holes per hour. And so this allows me to figure that out. I can put in the hole count to calculate my labor. And then I put in how much, I need to put in how much leather is being used. And I need to see what this called for. Which it's not going to be on this pattern piece. It is on the other one. Pretty sure it does. Recommended leather thicknesses, it's fine. It actually does not tell you how much leather you use on this, which is kind of scary because it should. Hi, Phil. Oh, hi, Kendra. Kendra, perfect. I absolutely needed you, and I have Robbie Kesey calling me. Hold on a second. Hello, Robbie. I'm on live. Uh-huh. Possibly. But I'm coming down next month. Or do you want me to look at it and see if I can fix it and send it back to you by then? I mean, bring it back to you. Or if it's beyond repair, I can take it apart and make a pattern off of it and make you another one. Oh. Send it to me. Let me see. Let me see it. Yep, I can fix it. Oh, you just need new guts for it. I can do that. Send it to me. I will get you new guts in it before I come down next month. Okay? All right. Thank you. I got you. Tori can do all kinds of stuff. Go catch a gator. Bye. Evidently, he either has an e-gator or a nuisance gator call. So, but I got you a G for Gary. That will go on the front. But Kendra, the thing I needed to ask you, once this is made, the way they have the pattern is they have it where you loop the belt loop thing and it sticks off the top. Do you want it like that so it drops it down a little bit? Miss Kendra? Or did you want it down this way where he passes his belt through it? So this is way number 2, where it would be stitched down like this, and then his belt would come through this like this. Or it would be stitched up here, and it would hang off his belt like that. That's way number 1. So I just need to know which way you want it, way number 1 or way number 2. And yes, Robbie interrupted me because he has an alligator skin wallet, and the insides are where the pockets are to hold everything. The leather is deteriorating inside, which is irritating because a lot of companies do this. They'll use premium leather on the outside, but not on the inside. Okay, Kendra. I can do that. Now, the original puppy dog face What do you think if I make that into a keychain? And hello, Cecilia. Hello, CPR. So I've extended it. So now when I get done with it, it'll come out to be 7 inches tall and 7 inches wide. I've made that alteration. It will also be this thick, which is approximately 4 inches. So it'll be about the same size as what he has, except way cooler because it's one I made. I've got his front flap here, and the letter G will be affixed to it in another color. And then I'm going to alter these straps to accommodate a 3-inch belt. That way, no matter what he's wearing, it'll work. And it'll be where it goes like this. And then he'll pass his belt through it this way. And so with that, I will actually scooch that up closer to the top so that he doesn't have like inches sitting above him. And I won't lay it flat. I will actually raise it up a little bit. So that he can actually get his belt in there. So I just need to move this whole pattern up a little bit, which is easy enough to do. It's not like I don't have 4 copies of it still. And this is how we do things. That's why I printed multiple copies of this pattern, is so that I could butcher them to make the pattern I needed. If that makes sense. Don't need that right now. But I have the pattern pieces, so I was really thinking about just making him a big puppy dog thing he can hang off his belt loop, or I mean he can hang off the bag if he wants. Oh, well, that just did not come off. Hold that down. I'm trying to write left-handed, and I'm not a left-handed person. So it makes it a little more difficult for me. And I have thrown things in the floor about 4 or 5 times already. I keep throwing things in the floor. So I'm going to move these up here. Not those. Kendra knows what I'm making. Oh, Cecilia didn't know what I was making. Yes, I have been commissioned to make a puppy dog treat bag. And I've just about completely redrafted this pattern because Kendra is so bougie in how she wants things. Kendra is so specific in how she wants things, and that moved anyway. Doggone it. Yeah, I know you cannot see the lines I'm looking at. necessarily that I'm using to align things, but I can. And I guess that's what matters. I'm the one that's supposed to be able to see where my holes are and how I'm aligning things up. Yes, that's exactly right, Phil. And I think that's the purpose of these. And then there's the people that you deliver to on the regular that have doggos, that the doggos just like you. And you kind of like the doggos. So, wrong side. You want to give the doggos a treat. So you got to make sure you have treats with you for the doggos. Other times you have butthead dogs and you need to get away from them. And the way to do that is to throw food at them. So those will go there. And those will go there. And I want these to be... about to there. Yeah, that's not going to work. And that's actually where the whole line is, not the end of it. Glad I didn't start to cut it. Which I'm going to need some holes. No, because what I'll do is I'll line this up and then I'll punch the holes. I just make the straps I want. They don't have, and this is something I do all the time, is I alter the straps on patterns because they don't come out to be the way I want them to be. And so I make them what I want. And I leave enough of the other piece on here so that I can line up the lines. And make the strap I want. Because I'll put this one here, and then this one I'll put a little bit higher up. So I will measure that one a little higher up, and I need 2 of these. Anything like that that I custom make, I don't try to make the second one. I just use the same pattern piece. Because it's crazy to try to do it otherwise. This is and like I said before, this is the part nobody sees me doing. Because this is the stuff I normally do behind the scenes. And then someone asked me why I never do this on a stream. And I went, well, it's time consuming. I said, this is the part nobody realizes, that doing what I do is more than just slapping leather together. You know, it's more than just cutting stuff out and slapping it together. There's a whole pattern drafting that goes with it. that has to be accommodated, that nobody takes into account, because I don't think I have ever made a pattern 100% the way the pattern was originally made. I have altered every pattern I've ever made in one way or another. Yeah, the people that deliver to my house are lucky that the dogs, when the dogs are out, they're out back. We do not allow the dogs up front. However, if people keep messing around my yard, that's going to change. I'm going to fence in my yard and make it where delivery personnel need to ring a bell to get my attention. I'm going to do this like I did earlier. I'm just going to put it down to hold it in place so that I can punch these holes. And I'm going to punch them through this to mark the pattern piece, because that's why I have the letter G punched into this now. But I did get my new stuff that people had bought for me. That stuff came in today, and I am like uber excited, but I didn't have time to put it together. So I have, I have the shelf out here now that Marcia gave me that is super cool. And then, oh, I went too deep. Now I have a shelf that will go over here. That'll have two shelves going up, so I can put stuff over there. And over here, I'm going to have two cabinets, one on top of the other, that has nothing but drawers in it. So all my grommets and rivets and buckles and stuff like that, all my accoutrements that go on things, can go in the drawers over here to help organize that. And then I have a pegboard that I'm going to put up here and over on this side, which will allow me to do more viewing options and not have to worry about if people are in the room. So yeah, I'm excited about redoing this area with that stuff. Marcia did not get my box today. And if she does not get it tomorrow, I call the post office about it and raise bloody hell about it and ask them who's going to send me some money for that custom item that I have to now remake. And I have to remake it, and then I have to overnight it to her, signature required, so that I know she gets it, because it's insane. And I'm not putting the center hole in this because that was for something, a totally different layout that I'm not going to be using, because we altered how we're doing this. So now the holes are in here. So when I go to do the pattern, I'll know that they're there. And then I'll pull this tape up. And I will lay this on here and line this up. And tape this down here to hold it in place. Doesn't matter where it's taped as long as it's held down in place, so that I can punch these holes for this again. So now unless Gary decides to wear a belt over 3 inches wide, which most men do not. Usually a belt for a kilt is about 3 inches. That's why I chose 3 inches. So now these will be aligned up here. That is so much longer than what I planned. No, that is wrong. These are wrong. I need to redo that. Darn it. Good thing I can redo it. I should have been lining it up this way. And that's the other thing that happens when I'm doing this on stream is I talk and then I allow myself to get distracted from what I'm doing instead of focusing. And then I have to redo something. That's okay because it's not a loss. I will just put a tape over those holes. And this is why when I do things, I double check before I cut leather. That's like I'm pretty sure off of the other end of this, I'm going to wind up cutting it down a little bit. I think I made this like 2 holes too long. Now, when this goes on here, it'll stick out just enough to put his belt through there and not make it where he has to squish it. And then I'm going to have an emergency repair come in. Hey, that did not punch through those holes. Did I just forget to do those holes? For Robbie, he has an alligator skin wallet. The inside parts are falling apart, but the outside is still gorgeous. So he's going to ship it to me, and then I will whip him up a new inside before I go down to Florida. And that way he can have his wallet fixed. He was getting all sad about his wallet, and Z looks at him and goes, Dad, Tori can fix that. Because Z knows me enough. I mean, I sat there one night during their live, actually, and fixed Z's knife sheath. He had a sheath that had some repairs that were needed. And so I ran down to the local hobby store. I think they had a Michael's there, is what I went to. And bought a basic leather kit, leather stitching kit. Went back during the live and hand stitched through the existing holes what needed to be repaired. And Z was through the roof when I was done because, well, the way it was before, he couldn't wear it. And when I finished with it, ouch, he could wear it again. So it was useful for him. Now, once again, this will go here and that will go there. Yep. Now, I'm happy. My mouth is not happy, but I'm happy. I go to my doctor's appointment tomorrow to see what the next step is going to be. But I'm really hoping they will take pity on me and take out this back tooth that is annoying me, because there's no saving that tooth. That poor tooth has been almost shattered. It has been drilled and filled and capped. Sounds like an order of hash browns at Waffle House. But they've done everything they can to save the tooth as long as they could. But my tooth is shattered, and that cap was only going to last so long before the shattered tooth was going to get angry. And considering it has lasted almost 40 years, I can't complain. I had my 4 bottom molars. When I went to the dentist about him, he looked at him, he goes, what happened? And I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, your teeth have cracks in them. Like, yeah, well, you know, it is what it is. So now I have all my pieces. But I still need to find the original thing to sell me. And I need to not look up stuff again. I was looking up fluorite last night because I found a piece of fluorite that looks like it was a garden fluorite. And I had to go see if there was really a garden fluorite. And there is. And then that meant I looked at some really cool rocks that I shouldn't have been looking at. And I want to go to my account. I want to go to purchases. I'm going to scroll down to this. I just bought the company that I got these patterns for sent me a coupon for 55% off. Yes, 55% off because of the number of items I've bought from them, which just tickled me to no end. Oh, they're going to make me lay this out and measure it to know how much leather I have to use. They don't tell you how much leather you're supposed to use for this. Yes. They did. They sent me a coupon for 55% off. So I went in yesterday and picked up an additional 5 bags, or actually 4 bags, a hat, and a pool cue case, a pattern to make a leather pool cue case for a pool cue that screws together, 2-piece pool cue. It just seemed like the thing to buy, to make. Put little pockets in it for your pool cue, and it has little pockets inside of it so you can carry some other stuff. Actually, I could show you, because that way Kendra might want something that I bought, because Kendra likes these patterns. Kendra likes this lady's patterns. Let me see, present, share screen. Share this screen. So this is the pool cue case. Which is kind of cool. Always good to have a pool cue case. And then I got this tote bag with bat wings on it. I thought this one was kind of cool. Oh, wait. Go back. Wait, can I make this go bigger? Let me see. Oh, I can. Haha. Well, let's see what they have on there. If they, oh yeah, they're going to show it a little bit. So it has bat wings. Bat wings. Bat wings. My daughter might like this one because she likes bats and such. Well, that's a thick purse. That has a lot of room in it. Shoulder strap or handles. Inside pockets. Yeah. This is not a small purse, though. This is a large purse, so. And then exit out of that one. Go back one. That was one of the second patterns. This is the third one. I actually have cowhide with hair. I have a few of them. And so I thought about making something with hair on it. So yeah, I'm gonna do a hair on bag. Hi, Jennifer. I don't know if anyone wants it. Wants a bag with hair, cow hair. Oh my God, it has a wallet, a little miniature. Ah, that's too cute. I have a fascination with miniatures. So this is one of the patterns I got yesterday. And a little wallet piece to go with it that's a miniature. That's going to be cute. Too cute. Kendra's like probably thinking, I'm not getting anything with hair on it. And I just like the braiding on this one. On the front, the way that is. But I could see making it a Ren Fair type thing. And making it where you can carry a plate in it. And then adjusting the front of it where you can have your teacup on it. So I can see making this a Ren Fair thing because they have people that carry a teacup and saucer to Ren Fair with them. They have special holders that they carry them in. And so I could see making one of these that carries a whole, like the plate and a bowl. And then on the front of it, having your saucer and your teacup. Wouldn't that be cool, Jennifer? Because I know Jennifer goes to Ren Fair all the time. Make an accompanying bag for it so you can carry a team punk, or did you mean steampunk? Your fingers aren't working. But yeah, there was something about it. I just liked it. So I got it. I mean, 60% off. Hello. Because they gave me a coupon for 55% off, but because patterns were already on sale, they gave it to me at 60% off. And then this pattern, I am going to alter it though, because I hate that seam down the front. I don't know why they do that. It's not that hard to make it where it's doesn't have a seam down the front and still get the same effect. But yep, I'll do that. I got ideas for that pattern already. I already got the pattern changes figured out. And I thought this one was cool. I could use a hair on, use some of the hair on hide here. right there in that little spider. Oops, that's what I wanted. Because that they used hair on hide in that spider. And make a hairy little spider. What do you think? Kendra, you want a hairy little spider? A hairy little spider purse? But it's shaped like the web. And that's another one that's thick front to back, so you have plenty of space in it. I would have to alter it so it had shoulder straps if it doesn't already. No. Kendra don't like the spiders. I could make the body more round and then put a little red hourglass on it. Turn it into a little black widow. But I do believe I would be right here on each side. I would be putting a D-ring so it could have a shoulder strap, because if it can't be a crossbody shoulder bag or a crossbody bag, I don't want it anymore. It's like, I'm too old to carry these things with my, to actually no. For me, it's actually very, very old lady to only have the purse straps like this and you're carrying it on your arm. You know, that reminds me of my grandma. So I want the straps and the crossbody bags. So, but those are the new patterns I just bought because why the heck not? So yeah, I got 6 new patterns. I got a pattern for a heart backpack. Yeah, the kind where they put their arm through it and it's dangling like right here, right above, right their elbow, and they walk with their arm in front of them like this with their little purse hanging off, and it's like that's grandma. That is so grandma. So now I got to really do math because this thing is just going to make me mad. I'm gonna have to do it by inches. 7. I'm gonna have to do it by inches and then convert it, because this is not telling me how much leather I need. I may have to alter this because I might have made it too long. I did. I made the pocket too long, so I'm gonna cut this and take out a little bit. I need to shorten it a little bit. No. They just make this hard for me by them not giving me the measurements or the information I need. They make it very hard for me. Divided by No, that's not right. Go back. Clear, 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 clear. It's not using 18 square feet. I'm going to have to lay it down and measure it. That's it. I got to lay it down and measure it because this is not mathing for me right now. But I do need to shorten this. And I don't want to take out where I already put my G in there because my G came out really well. Yeah, I need to take out, it needs to be 7 inches or less, 6.5, I think. And so I need to take out 1.25 inches. And there's 1 inch, and there's 1/4. I use my quilter's rulers all the time. I find them the best thing on earth to use in doing my leather work. I was looking for this earlier and couldn't find it. I was looking for this specific one. I happen to like this cutter more than I like the other ones. Ah, are you telling me my razor is getting dull? Because you don't want the, I didn't measure when I did this. I don't want the flap hanging down longer than the front of the bag. And Kendra, I am guessing he does not need poop bags. I actually do have the pattern for a heart backpack. I could possibly find a decent pattern for some wings that I could do. I'm kind of winging it tonight because, yes, that backpack is cool. That is the cool backpack that I got, yes. I couldn't pass it up because, I mean, I made my own purse like that. I have my black heart purse. And I actually want to make a black heart backpack and do something on it that says "Don't touch my cold black heart" or something. I don't know. I try to tell people I have a cold black heart and they don't believe me. So now I still have my letter G on there. I didn't mess up my letter G, because messing the G would be bad. So I got that to lay out now. Yay! I finished a rosary yesterday. Kendra, did you see my rosary that I made on commission? The jacked up leather guy that was coming in here, I don't know if he's here today, but jacked up leather wanted me to make a rosary for his wife. And he wanted it to be red. And I thought the black beads would make it set off really nice with the silver. And he popped in yesterday while I was working on it, and he agreed that the black beads with that silver made the red pop. That G is for Gary. And Gary is the man getting this puppy dog treat bag. Gary does deliveries. And Gary needs to stay safe, so he needs to have puppy treats. But Kendra, have you seen fluorite? It's garden fluorite? Because I bought these beads, and there's 3 beads in it that are different. It's like from the side, it looks like there's just a row of sand in it, but when you hold it up, it's like there's a whole land there, whole land mass, and there's 3 of the beads in here that are like that. That one, and there's another one somewhere in here. And so last night, because of that, there's one there and there's one there. Last night, because of that, how I was looking at them, and you can't see inside of it the way I can here. But so, so I started looking at it, and then Marsha's like, "Oh, they have garden fluorite," and I said, "I don't know." And so I went and I Googled garden fluorite, and I found some stuff, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" Yeah, and so I have 3 beads that have garden fluorite on them that are garden fluorites, and so yeah. Diana asked, since these look like micro mini balls, spheres, Diana was in here. She goes, "Are you going to share?" So I told her I might send her 1 or 2. I've got another set of these coming in because I'm going to be making a necklace. And so I bought these from the company that actually does stuff like this is dyed. They don't say it's turquoise colored dyed halite. They specify that. So that made me trust them that their fluorite is actually fluorite. Because if they can tell me something's dyed, they can tell me if something's natural. So I'm gonna let him hold on to those for me until my other ones come in, because I'm gonna make myself a set of pearls, fluorite pearls. I actually have some small, about that big around. I have some cat's eye, and I have tiger's eye, and I have falcon's eye, which is what most people call blue tiger's eye. But yeah, I have quite a few pieces, we'll say, of rocks and gems and crystals and stuff. I'm somewhat of a collector. Kendra knows because, well, Kendra is the person that has sold me a lot of them. So Kendra absolutely knows. Me. I need to tell I have a doctor's. Tomorrow afternoon. I don't want someone expecting a call from me and not being able to get it. So next up is I have the leather for the next skull. And this one is going to be red, I believe. Let me see where my scrap is. I know there's going to be scraps on this, and this is huge, freaking huge, because this is the one that's almost a human-sized skull. Okay. Of course, I don't have a marking utensil within arm's reach. That would make sense. So I'm going to have to take this over to the other table to lay it out. But I can cut off just this corner. Just the corner, so I can test. This one's also for John. He is unaware of this one. He knew I was making him one. And I decided I was going to make him two instead. I mean, the man did buy the leather for this. He's the one that bought the leather. So I figured he should get, you know, the most out of it. So basically, what I did, I can't find my other spongy thing. I got paints in yesterday that I don't think are what they say they were. They said they were glow in the dark. I don't see them glowing in anything. I don't see them glowing at all. I've tried to make them glow, and I can't get them to glow, which is most annoying. That because I really wanted glow-in-the-dark paint to put on the inside of the skull. Because, like, I have this, I wanted the glow-in-the-dark paint to put in here so that when John had a light source on it, and then when he removed the light source, he would still have the eyes and the nose glowing through. No, these aren't presents. John bought the leather. John and I have a deal. He bought a certain amount of leather to make his skulls, and I get to keep all the leftovers. So there, it's actually a commission deal. And he also bought some rocks in exchange for me making him skulls. It's just that he has not been pushing for them. He's been more of the when you get to it, when you get to it, when you get to it. And I feel bad about making him wait so long, so I decided it was time to get to it. And quit making him wait. And he just bought the new house. So he needs his new skulls to go to his new house. So John did not do anything special. He ordered a commission, and that's like he's planning on buying another hide for me to make him a steering wheel cover. Which I think is cool. But for the amount of leather John gave me and for what he's purchased for me, that more than covered the one skull. it actually did cover me making him 2 skulls, even though he's like, ah, now just 1 skull. I try to make things fair. You know, if you've paid me $200, I can't give you $50 worth of work if you've already paid me $200. I can't do it. And that's basically what he was doing. I did. Oh, that's right. You weren't here when I said that. I got all my boxes in. I got my two-tier shelf in. I got cutting boards in, because you were not the only one that got a cutting board. And I got my backer board in, the pegboard. And I also got MZ bought me the shelf, the thing with all the drawers in it, that I'm going to put on this side. That's why I kept pointing over there. It's 2 of them. I'm going to put 2-sided tape on it and stick them on top of each other. And some of this is on the edge, so it was kind of flat. It wasn't as 3D effect, but I can get the general effect on here. And so this one will be like this with the red behind it. Yeah, a lot of times people process the leather and they put something on it that's called resist, and they put that on the top, and then they dye it, and so the dye goes in the creases. And I'm doing it the opposite. I'm doing it where the high parts are colored. And I decided red on this one because when we were talking Friday, John made a comment that he couldn't make up his mind between the blue and the red. And so he's like, I said blue, but just surprised me. So he's going to get the one that has the blue with the black, and this one's going to be red with the black. I just have to figure out what color I'm going to make the blood on this one with the red. But I'm thinking about doing it like this, but adding a little blue to it to make it almost like a more purpley red. I'm not sure yet, unless I leave it exact and make it that color red. I'm just not sure yet how I want that red to look. Because basically what I did to do that was the same technique I've done in sewing before. Yes, I took the razor knife to it. And believe it or not, I can feel what I'm doing. I'm not cutting through to this side. I'm just cutting through the original leather. And then I take this and I separate it. And that one I actually painted it using the ball. So there was no exacting technique to it. The paint I used on the blue one is actually the red paint, but it also has black in it. So I darkened it up. Ooh, that's going to be too much. Watch Tori do things left-handed. Tori is not left-handed, not by any stretch of the imagination. I can do some things with both hands, but for the most part, not really. So I'm just going to check out the effect of using just the red straight up without darkening it up. Do need to make sure I put it in the hole. Because that's what part of what makes it create a separation the way it did on the other skull, which I loved. I loved the 3D effect it gave it with having that, basically making it look like a gaping wound. Which for a skull, for scary effects, that's what you want. You want it to have that kind of a effect, that gross effect. Like grossy gross. There we go. So that'll give me an idea on that one. Let's see, do I want it? I'm not sure I like that bright red on there. So yeah, I'm not sure about that bright red. Actually, I don't know that he is, Jennifer. I haven't paid attention. He does some stuff ambidextrous. See if this works. I don't know why I always grab this pointy old thing. I know that pointy old thing won't work. Need some more. Oh no, no, no. We're not getting any red in there. Don't need to add any extra red to my purple. Nah, that's not enough. Yeah, you're so old, Jennifer. Ancient. I started to make a smart aleck comment and say I have dishes in my house older than you, but then I remembered I have dishes in my house older than me because I have antique dishes. I mean, I have dishes from occupied Japan. Let me see. Yeah, you can't tell from there. Yeah, but you're not that old, Jennifer. Oh, that might be better. And I think I like this color better. So I'll have to mix up some more. Yeah, I think that color works better. I think the darker one works better. What do you think? Why? I mean, I have mica powders. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I think the darker looks like old blood, which would be appropriate for being on a skull after it's been skinned and hacked up. So, yeah. I think that's what I'll do. And then I make sure that I color inside of it. And I do play with it multiple times, pulling the leather open. So when the paint dries, it still has that gaping wound effect. I don't know how else to put it, because that's what I want, is that gaping wound effect on it. Gives it that texture and 3D look. Yeah, I'm not going to put mica on here for that. So that's the winner. Red and purple makes old dry blood. I ordered one too, but I ordered mine for different reasons. It's not for my house. It's mainly for my car. But I did get my new luggage today. I love it. It's purple. And I needed it. Yeah, sure, I needed it. Yep, that's it. I needed it like I need a hole in my head, but I needed it. And one of the things I am going to do is, with this pattern, one of the things I don't like is each size pattern, the markings on them are identical. So the lines for the cuts in them, these cuts are identical from one skull to the other. And I want to change that. I don't want it like that. So I'm just going to draw on my own and make it where 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So it comes in here. And line up those holes. Yeah, that makes sense. I got the hard luggage. I'll show it to you. I fell in love with it. I don't know why I fell in love with it, but I fell in love with it. I saw it and I was like, oh, I need this in my life. And I didn't know why I needed it in my life. And then it came in today. And I have no clue how much it's going to be now. Oh, more money than I paid for it. Put that over here. Make sure my Amazon doesn't have a name on it other than mine. I mean, it has no name on it that I don't want seen. Okay. It's 5 pieces of hard luggage. Well, we have the vacuum for the house. It works perfectly fine in the house. It does not work well outside in my Tahoe. So I bought one that would work well in the Tahoe. So I got me this luggage. Oh, wrong screen. Click on this screen. And one of the things I was looking at is that, like, I can put meds in there. Jeff, like all Jeff's meds in this one. It's really cool. I like the fact that it's a hard case. So yeah, I have the 20, it has a 28 inch, which is the biggest one. And that one expands thicker if needed. A 24 inch, a 20 inch, an 18 inch, and a 14 inch. Yeah, that's one of the things I liked about it was the lines that are in it. And I've not seen luggage like this at the airport. And believe me, I've hung out at the airports a lot. And so this isn't something that I see all the time. The reality is I can take this little one and turn it into a purse. So put my purse plus other stuff in it.
Quick question. Is there anything I can wrap around my legs? I'm going over to the neighbor's house at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning to help with move some stuff where they can burn it. And there are copperheads up in there. And I know jeans aren't going to do shit. Sorry about the language.
That jeans will help. Yes, they will.
I know, but
you're gonna get a stick and you're gonna beat the heck out of the area first.
Yeah. Loud noise also makes them go away, correct?
What?
Loud noise also makes them go away?
Can irritate them. Yeah.
Irritate. I don't want to irritate.
Yeah, and I got the purple one. It's not. This one's not terribly heavy, and so I think I'll be okay with it. But it's like 3 of them are carry-on size. Why you need 3 carry-ons? I have no clue. But if one of them carries medical supplies, you can have medical supplies. You can have a carry-on, a personal item, and medical supplies. Yeah, they make them so much lighter now. But this gives me options no matter where I'm going or how many days I'm staying. So this makes me happy.
So there's nothing really I can wrap around my legs, is there? Alright. I'll just have to be extra careful then.
I mean, the only thing I can think of is putting some tall socks on and putting something inside your socks.
Well, I will be wearing.
You can't wear my snake boots.
Yes.
Yes.
How much were those?
They're my size.
How much were those?
I'm not going out and spending $100 and something for a pair of shoes. I didn't buy them. Someone else bought them, and it's been years.
Oh. So, I'll definitely be wearing long socks. I'm be wearing my boots.
That would not carry my computer. Who needs chainmail pants? Wait a minute. Let me go read. Let me see. That's why I only have one piece. Gary has a large duffel bag style. Oh, okay. And why does Gary need chainmail pants? Oh, you're talking about Topher needs chainmail pants. Oh. Yeah, he doesn't have any. And I'm debating if I should get off early enough to go to Walmart and see if they have any Walls pants that have that thickness to them. Because I can't think if I have any anywhere. Yeah, I just like these because they have 2 wheels at each point. Let me see, doesn't it? And so it has the 2 double wheels at each point. So there's 2 wheels here, there's 2 wheels here, and they're all directional, 365. And this thing rolls like, oh my gosh. And right now they're all nested inside the big one. And as far as anyone knows, yeah. I love these wheels. But I love this. I love the options I have. I have an overnight bag, a 2-day bag, a 3-day bag, a week bag.
Quick question. That's snake repellent. Can I go throw some of that over there real quick?
I don't think it's going to work.
Okay. Then there's no reason for me to put it back there then.
Yeah, I like it when I oh yes, there's Marcia. Hello, Marcia. Marcia, I cannot hear you.
No.
I think I hear you now.
Hello there.
I do hear you now.
Hello, Marcia.
Hello, Topher. Well, I got my cameras up.
Sweet.
Yeah, I got them all up and running.
Hello to everybody who has joined the stream.
Yeah, Miss Kendra is here. Jennifer's here.
Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Miss Kendra.
I know I came down here earlier and said, "Oh, my word."
Elizabeth was down here earlier. Yeah. The Topher says hi to everybody. So, oh, I did a mock-up, Marcia.
Oh,
And so I think I'm going to, oh, never mind. Let me unshare the screen and I'll show you.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, Marcia, where are you? I can't hear
I'm
you.
loving.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do this one.
I'm ready.
I don't like the blood red here.
No. The dried blood looks better.
Yeah, I did it with I used purple in it this time instead of just red with a little black. I used red with purple
Ooh, yeah.
to make it have a different, to set off the tone from the reds.
Yes, I like that. Yeah, the bloody red it's like too fresh and it's a skull. It's not going to have blood red on it.
Yeah, so it's gonna have dried blood from where it got scalped.
Right, exactly.
And I got my pattern all laid out for Gary's bag.
Do you still have the pattern for my keychain?
I can print it.
Okay.
That's no big deal.
I showed my son-in-law and I told him what happened. He says, "Oh," and then the bad word. And he says, "Again?" In other words, they're losing my packages.
Again?
And I said, "Yeah." And I said, "Like always, are you kidding around here?" And he says, "Why is it mine always come?" I said, "I don't know, Robert, unless it's because it comes under your name, Robert and Marsha. Maybe it's because it comes under a guy's name and not a girl's name."
Well, I'm just going to put an M on it this time.
I'm thinking of changing my name. Yeah, Arsha. I should change my name to Marshall. Would you believe, and I am not kidding you all, I got a preliminary draft notice from the government because my name is Marcia L. and they mistyped it with Marshal, and they thought I was a guy. I'm not kidding.
So you got military notice?
I got a military notice. My dad had to take me down to, I was downtown at a post office place and there was a room in there. We had to go in there and he said, "Does this look like a guy to you?" And then we showed him my driver's license versus the letter I got and they went, "Oh, mistype." So yeah, I almost got drafted. They were setting me up for selective service or whatever.
Wow, it's going to take until next month for them to get him an appointment. That's crazy.
Who?
Elizabeth's son.
Well, what really kills me is it's taking them next month to give Shadowrunner a PET scan. That really, I'm driving if you can't tell, and I don't have my seatbelt on, and I'm doing 17 miles an hour. Okay.
Marcia, what are we going to do with you?
I don't know.
Where are you going that you're driving 17 miles an hour without a seatbelt?
I went to the local little corner store to get cigarettes. Shoot me later. Shoot me
Marcia
later.
said she wants me to tell Robbie that next time he goes over there, he needs to spank her for riding without her seatbelt on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that happening. I think he knows better.
Robbie is sending me his wallet.
He's sending you his wallet?
He has a gator skin wallet and the insides of it has started to fall apart.
Oh, dear.
And he got sad because of that, because he loves his gator wallet.
Oh, yeah. And now he wants you to refurbish
the inside. Z goes, "Hey, Dad, you know Tori can fix that."
Oh, yeah. It's not surprising that it's falling apart. Do you see how he treats it?
And how many times has it jumped in the water with him?
Yeah. Well, normally
So,
he keeps it in the glove, the top tray of the armrest in the car now and the
so what
truck.
I'm going to do is I'm going to clean and condition that leather. I'm redoing the lines on this one, so they're different from the other one.
Yes, yeah, you don't want it to match exactly. They weren't killed the same. They weren't offed in the same manner. Okay, car, shut up.
I'm going to leave this one though.
He saw the rock from Kim,
Yeah.
and he said, "Oh, she's gonna love that." And I'm going, "Oh God."
Yeah, Mimi's mom did a fabulous job.
Oh, she did. She really did. I can't believe it. But
Okay,
really,
so yeah, that's right, because we're not that far. Never mind. Next month sounds so far away, but it's not actually. It's only in a couple of weeks. And Kendra said, put that seatbelt on.
well, it's too late. I'm already out of the car. I told you I was just down the street. So it's not like I was
And
far
yes,
away.
I'm white painting over the lines so that when I go to cut them, I don't cut too many lines.
Right.
So that my lines are the only ones that are standing out. But yes, I can print off the pattern for the
I was kissing a dog.
yep, what's it called? Yeah, that keychain, the submarine.
Yeah.
Because I just have the original artwork. So printing that off a couple of times is no big deal.
She's just mad at me because I'm not petting. Well, that's your job now. I'm off duty.
You love
See you
them
later.
dogs, man.
They're Roberts. Well, she's not going to get me. There we go.
It's your problem now, Robert.
Yeah, Robert, it's your problem. They have been wanting, since he's been here this evening and helped me put up the camera and everything, they've been doing nothing but wanting to go out. But it's funny because Cookie, um, she won't get, Robert says he's going to have to probably pressure wash my bricks in the back because Cookie's done nothing for the last 3 days but poop on them because she won't get her feet wet. That dog is such a
Cookie's a
princess.
prissy pup.
Oh, yeah.
She's Kendra. If Kendra was a pup, Kendra would not go in the wet grass if she was a puppy.
Yeah, that's probably true. My son-in-law's just said she's waiting for her cuddles, which is true. Those dogs are so needy. They have to have their cuddles.
Because
And
and I can understand not one. I mean, heck, the reality. I don't like my feet. I don't like walking out in wet grass.
oh, honey, I walk in everything. I'm barefoot in my own yard and on the sidewalk and in the house and up at my daughter's farm. I'm barefoot. Outside, inside, everywhere. Yeah. I won't go in the cow pasture or the hog pen, but any place else around her place, yeah.
Now, when I
I'm
was a
bare.
kid, honey, I'd walk in the chicken coop with no shoes on when I was a kid.
I still do. My daughter has a chicken coop,
That stuff
and
is
I still.
sick. That's all I
But
gotta say.
she does clean out her chicken. I will give her that. She cleans it out. So yeah. So it's not bad. Ah,
Yeah, Kendra's. I think Kendra was saying that she wouldn't get in the. I'm guessing you were saying that you were going to say that you wouldn't walk in wet grass, right, Kendra? Let me see. This is going to come around back. I want his back of his head to have a cut.
She says, "Oh my God, I was just saying that out loud." Marcia, our elderly doxy, is that way. Poor Micah is blind but does not like it when it rains. Mal, the white wire terrier, mix off like a rocket. Yeah, Blue could care less about the water. She's the blind one. She goes swimming in their lake on their property. Blind as a bat. Blind as a bat, and she goes swimming. And Cookie, who is um, the rambunctious one and everything else, she won't go near the water. And yeah, it's like, but she's the rambunctious one. Cookie's the old lady, but she'll dare anything. But Cookie's the, yeah, bougie one. She doesn't like her toes being damp or anything like that. I am so happy those cameras are up because I get to go to PT actually Wednesday. Oh my God, yes. I'm so sore. Ah, so Kendra wouldn't go in the damp grass, she says. Yup. Ah,
Kids these days, I tell ya.
these bougie critters. Ah, I can't get my head off of Lisa's gifts. Those are so cute. Are we allowed to
Oh yeah,
say?
the ones that she showed yesterday. Yeah,
Yeah, we're allowed to say it.
I don't. She showed them on the live yesterday.
Yeah, I guess we are. They are so, Crayon and Crayola are so cute.
Don't say that too loud. Kendra's gonna get a big head. I got to quit picking on Kendra. She's gonna think I'm mad at her or something. Marcia, did you go away? I think I lost Marcia. There. I have figured out where I'm putting scars. Marcia, you're not muted, so where'd you go? So wait, let me go back. I just figured out what this wristband I got a year ago was for. I thought it was to hold credit cards and stuff. No. Oh, you got one of the phone thingies. Hi, Flutter. Hi, Francis. Marcia might have gotten a phone call because if she gets a phone call, certain phone calls, she can't switch back to tell me she's got a phone call. I keep hitting them daggum holes where I did the G. I think that's good. This one's got beat up pretty bad. This belly got beat up bad. So I've got that ready to lay out. I cannot lay that out over here because I just don't have enough room. As it is, I've got to take everything off this table to go through the next phase. Go ahead and move my paints out of the way. Since I know I've got a line on what I'm going to be doing. Because I got in the, oh wait, I know, I can show you what I got in because Tori's got listises. And I can make my list show all items. So let me see, present, share screen. I've been sharing my screen a lot today. So I have this. Work with me. I have this shelf that Marcia bought. It was on sale. That's sitting back here in front of me. So that's like way cool. That was the first thing I got in. Then Jennifer got me one of these shelves. So it has the two. That's going to sit over here. So I'll have room underneath it for some things. Here. Oh, stop it. Just go big. I'll have room under here to put some things. And then I can put stuff here and up here. And that'll take up most of this side over here. And then on Prime Day, MZ got me these. Hello? Okay. Which are lots of drawers. Those will go over there. No, I don't think Gary delivered to Georgia. Oh, never mind. You're talking about your chair. Never mind. So, MZ got me these. And this will be where I put all my buckles and grommets and rivets and pieces for keychains and stuff like that will all go in here. And I think what I'll do is when I make up some little bottles like this, I'll throw these in there as well. And you know what? This is a bottle with the blue and the white. I need to set this bottle aside because that has the blue and the white. So that's a Marcia bottle. Because there was a second bottle. She told me there was a second bottle and I didn't believe her. There it is right there. So I'm going to put some sticky tack on it. Okay, it's earthquake putty. And I'm going to stick him right up here so he doesn't go away. So, but I've got that. I'm going to put it over here on this side of me to create a nice section. So I'll have the shelves over here. I've got the shelf with my monitor and my computer here. And then over here, I will have those storage, these containers with all these drawers in it. And then I got some of the pegboard stuff that I will put behind the shelf over here and behind the shelf here in this corner to close in this corner going up. I think it'll help reinforce the shelves that are on here, but it'll also create a backer to them so that things can't just fall off from under them. And it will create an environment where I can take and put a camera in this direction so people can see what I'm doing at a different angle, and no fear of one of the grandkids walking through and being in camera because their mother doesn't allow them in cameras because of safety reasons. And I also don't have to worry about someone walking through in clothing they would not want anyone to see them wearing, because, you know, we don't wear regular clothes in our house. So this pegboard is like going to be really cool. And, you know, you can put the panels whichever way you need them to make them work. So they're 19 by 11 and they fit together, and I get 8 pieces. So I can put 2 pieces here, 2 pieces here, and 2 pieces here. That's 2, 4, 6. Oh, wait, that's going to be, I can actually close in all of this and have it going up 22 inches, which, let me see, 22 inches is, yeah, I think that'll be tall enough that I can hide everything. I don't have to worry about getting anything in the photos I wouldn't want in photos. And it would also give me a place to hang some tools, because I have some electrical tools that I use. And this gives me some of the hooky things that I can hang stuff on. I mean, obviously I'm not going to be screwing this to the wall, so I've got to figure that part out. But I do have some plywood, so I might just wind up with plywood as a backer for it. But I'll figure it out, because that's what I do. I figure things out. And then I got my new cutting boards. So that's going to be real cool. That I'll be able to recover this table. This board is 1 inch thick, and the new boards are 1/2 inch thick. So that's going to drop this down. Good night, Jennifer. That'll drop this down a little bit, which will give me a better working height. 1/2 inch is 1/2 inch. But it'll also make it where I can have one here and one next to it. And that's all it was purchased, so I can stop sharing. But I can put one here and then one here. So I can go across 60 inches, which is most of this table. And then what I'm going to do with them is I have some self-healing mats, and Topher just found 2 of them that had been used upstairs that didn't belong upstairs. They weren't brought back down, but he found 2 of them. And so I'm going to adhere them to the cutting board on one side. And that way I can flip it to the self-healing mat when I'm cutting out things. And then I can just flip the board over when I'm pounding holes. So there'll be 2-sided boards to use. And I think that would be pretty cool. But I'm guessing Marcia must be on a call, because she hasn't come back. So let me see if she texted me. So, but I'm not going to stay on here too much longer. But I'm just excited. Jen and Shell got me some of the items. Marcia got me some items. MZ got me some items. I don't think I forgot anyone because Marcia got me my big shelf. And she got cutting boards. And MZ got that. And Jen got that. Jen and Shell got that, and that. Yep, that's everybody. Because basically what I said was buy me something that's one of my highest priorities off my wish list, and I will give you the equal value in commission. And so that's what happened there. Because MZ also wants a bag. I made MZ's son's hat, but MZ
Hello?
also wants a bag. Hi, you're back.
Yes, I'm back. Thank you. Sorry about that.
I told
They
everybody you
called
got
and I
a phone
couldn't
call.
say anything because it automatic. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, I did.
Exactly what I told him. I said, Marcia got a call and she can't switch back to tell me she got a call.
Nope, can't.
I don't want you to.
Oh,
No. So yeah, I'm gonna
hope Jennifer's still here. Good night, Jennifer, if you are.
I was just showing off everything that I got for my
Oh,
desk setup.
oh. Is that your new board?
No, this is old board.
Oh, that's old board.
I have
Okay.
to take everything off the table.
Oh,
Like I need to take everything off the table because there's a cutting mat under this board.
yeah.
So I need to go ahead and just take everything off the table so I can put my drawers over there, and I need to bring down some good two-sided tape
Mm-hmm.
so that I can, because they're not really heavy weight.
Yeah.
So I'm going to two-side tape them together
Mm-hmm.
to make sure them babies stay.
Guess what my son-in-law told me to do?
What?
Because some of my cameras I don't have to mount, which means screw into a wall or something like that. All I do is not want them to fall. He said, get your good sticky-sided two-sided Velcro, your Velcro with the sticky.
Oh,
And he says, works perfect. He says, he's got a camera hanging on a window with Velcro.
I was going to say command strips
Yeah, but no, he's
because they
got the
don't have
Velcro.
the wall.
They got the industrial strength Velcro strips. So yeah.
But yeah, I was just going over the two shelf piece I had over here that I'm getting. Showed the one that you got me. The backer board I'm going to put somehow on all of this.
Yeah, because you don't want the stuff falling off the edge or through.
What I might do, I do have some strong plywood that's not being utilized.
Yeah, high flutter. Yeah.
So I might put a piece of it over here where it sits on the floor and goes up, and then put a piece over here, or at least some 2x4s or whatever.
Yeah.
Just so I have a frame or something. That way it's holding it together, because I want to be able to put some of my electrical devices
Yeah.
up that are
Sure.
usually just wrapped up on wires, are wrapped up and they're sitting around me.
You know what you need? You need that pegboard stuff that
That's
has
what
a little.
that's what I have.
Oh, okay, not the plywood. You have the pegboard stuff with the
This is
holes that
here, let me show you.
you get with the holes.
Oh, that is not it. That is a cutting mat. Let me go back. That's a cutting mat. This is actually, it's a plastic pegboard.
Ooh. Yeah, because the others used to get yucky after a bit.
It's black plastic pegboard.
Mm.
And each piece is 11 by 18. Let me see, where did it tell me?
Oh, I'm sorry, F. Pate.
Oh, no, 11 by 19.
Oh, yeah. Is that on Amazon?
Yes.
Ooh,
Do you need some?
no.
Oh, because I'll send you some links.
I wish okay. If I was still doing stuff in the garage like I used to do, yeah, I would be changing some of the ones in the garage out
Yeah,
instead
because
of
these
that.
are 11.8 by 19.2, and you get 8 pieces of it.
Ooh.
I'm going to turn them sideways and make them
Yeah,
go
'cause-
19 across,
yeah.
and
By
then stack two of them. So I'll have 23 and a half inches tall.
yeah.
Francis will say some prayers for you,
Oh yeah.
because
Definitely, Francis.
then I can do the left side of my desk. I'm going to pretend this is my desk. I'll be able to do it down this left side of my desk.
Mhm.
One, two panels here, one up and one above the other.
Mhm.
And then I'll be able to do across here as well.
I can't see where you're pointing because I still got the pegboard sitting there.
Yeah, look at the top of the pegboard. You
Uh
see
huh.
my mouse? You see my mousey?
Oh, okay. Yeah, now I see him.
Yeah, I'll go
Okay.
across it here, across my
And they're
desk here.
how tall are they?
They're
18
uh,
too?
they're 19.2, but if I lay them down, they'll be 19.2 going this way, front to back or side to side. So
Yeah.
instead of let me see, let me go to
So that'll be almost 40 inches
instead of instead of putting them. Oh,
tall. You're putting them long.
yeah, instead of putting them like this, standing up this way, I'm gonna
Yeah.
lay them down this way, and then
And
put a
that's
second
almost
one on top of it.
yeah, that's almost 40 inches
That'll
long
give me
then.
22 inches tall,
Yeah.
and I'll still have some left over.
Yeah, and it's 40 inches long. And how long is that shelf?
45,
Yeah.
and then that'll make it where I have enough that I can put a camera off this side of my desk, looking that
Right.
way,
And you won't see the rest of the room. You'll see the pegboards. Yeah.
and so I can set it up where I have two camera angles. Then I'll have an overhead camera, and I can have one from this angle looking this way.
Yep.
So when I'm holding things like this, trying to show you, you can
Yeah.
actually you'll see it instead of me having to lay it flat.
Right. That's
So
cool.
I can give two different angles.
That's fantastic. Yeah.
And I did find a jar of blue and white leather pieces.
Oh,
I put it up on my computer with
my
hurricane
name.
or earthquake putty,
Aha.
so it's saved. Not that I wouldn't create more.
Well,
I'm
it's a
just I'm
stupid.
hoping that tomorrow it just shows up,
I am too. You
because they
don't
don't
know.
like giving me my money back, and they're going to have to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Last time they screwed up, they had to give me almost $60 back on shipping. Hi, Josie. I guess you say it Josie, Yosi. How do you say your name? Can you can you type it phonetically?
Is it
Is it a is
hard
it
O?
well, I'm wondering, is the J, is it ja or is it a ya?
Yeah.
Because if it is Spanish or Mexican, it would be a ya.
Yeah.
Josie. Okay. Josie.
Okay.
Okay. Just want to make
Okay.
sure.
Yeah.
I try to pronounce people's names correct to the best of my ability.
Yeah. Now, if you're going to put Spanish R's in it, we got a problem because Marcia can't roll her R's.
I can't roll my R's.
I can't either. Never. And I can read Spanish, but I cannot speak it.
I'm like that in a few languages. I can't read them fluently. But when I travel, like when I was over in Belgium,
Yeah.
the girl that was from there, we would go out to eat. and she would point to the menu and say, "Oh, this is pasta." Like she goes, "The long skinny pasta." I said, "Spaghetti." She goes, "Yes, this is spaghetti." And she'd point to the word. She goes, "This is tomato. This is where they put the tomato and make it liquid." I said, "A sauce." And she goes, "Yes, tomato sauce." She goes, "This is garlic." And this is beef. This is pork. Or this is a cow. This is a chicken. This is a pig. She goes,
Yeah.
"You don't want to eat this. This is a horse."
Yeah.
Because
Well,
over there they do eat horse. And she
oh yeah.
says it doesn't taste. She goes, "It tastes okay, but it's like strings." So she said that horse meat is stringy meat.
Josie says she can't roll her R's either.
Yeah, there you go. So we don't have to roll no R's, and I'm good with that.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
am too.
so she would point to words and tell me what they were.
Yeah.
So I could see the words and know what they are. I could go to a restaurant by myself and order my food because I can read the menu and go, this, you know. My boss came and he's like, he asked the restaurant for an American menu, an English menu, and they said they didn't have one. And he goes, "Great." And I went, "Well, this is beef, this is pork, this is chicken, this is horse." And I started pointing to the different things and telling him, and he just kind of looked at me, and I was like, I asked questions and I got answers. I said, "I can't tell you how it's cooked." I said, "Oh, wait, that's fried. That's broiled," and I just picked out little words.
Yeah, that's in a sauce. Yeah, right.
And, that's how we ordered our food that
Yeah.
night. We were not disappointed.
Okay, well, if it was a good restaurant, I'm sure you weren't. Yeah.
The food came out really good. So,
Yeah. Oof. So, are we? You didn't cut him out yet, or not?
who?
The second skull.
No, he's just right here. I just put his new lines on him.
Aha.
I just
So
covered up
you.
his old lines
So
and
you.
created.
So you decorated him.
Yep. So that
Okay.
I got that. I've got the two layers glued. I did my test run on the colorations of him. This
Yeah.
piece was kind of flat. This was edge, so
Uh
it
huh.
didn't emboss as well, but it still gave me the idea of what I was doing, and I tested the coloration of this, so I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I mean, today was a little bit of patterning. No leather work actually happened. I did
Yeah.
but I got Gary's bag already.
Wow. Good deal.
I've got this.
Josie. My daughter couldn't eat horse either, but her
I did.
cows and her pigs, they had names. Some of them were bacon, steaks, ribs,
Yeah.
uh, and that's how they named them. And because they knew that's exactly what they were going for. They didn't give them. Now, see, they have brown cow, which is a sweet cow, and she's going to live there till she dies because she's named a name. So yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I got Gary. See, he'll have a big G on his bag. I guess I can
Oh,
close
it's
that.
going to be. Oh, it's going to be that tall.
Yeah, I want people to know who this Gary. The bag is 7 inches tall.
Oh ho.
So the bag will be 7 inches, and this in 4 inches
So
thick.
he'll have a lot of doggy biscuits in there.
Uh-huh. So this will,
Yeah.
go around there. So it carry whatever he needs in there. I did not eat the horse either. They also had a dish where they had octopus, and the octopus was not fully dead. He was not dead. He was moving. And it's like,
Not my
I don't.
tummy.
My main course is not going to be moving across the table right before I eat it.
Right. Hmm.
The closest I get to that is going someplace and picking my lobster out when he's still alive, and then dropping him and cooking him for me. But he's
Yeah.
cooked before he comes to my table. He does not
Yeah.
come to my table moving.
Yeah.
And then I got straps for the back of it. When after I make it, I'll put the straps on here.
Oh yeah, so he can
So
hook it
he can
to
put
a
his belt in there
yeah. Well, that'll be
and carry
sharp
his
looking.
snack bag.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking about taking the pattern for the original dog face that was on here and just making a
Oh
key.
yeah. Tully's Kendra said his dog bag now is about that size. He likes everything big or miniature size. So nothing in between. So it's either big or little.
So I've got to figure out how much leather I need because the pattern first of all, the original pattern does not have any indication of how much leather you need to make this.
Oh, that's nice.
Second of all, I have totally restructured this so that wouldn't matter anyway.
Yeah.
Because the original bag was 5 by 4 by 2.
Okay, so
I
you
made it
enlarged
7 by 7 by 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done some severe alterations.
Yeah. You redid the whole freaking pattern. Yeah.
So yeah, I did a lot to the pattern to make it work. But I have the pattern for the original dogs. So I'm thinking about taking this. I skipped giving him the poopy bag because I doubt he's picking up dog poop while he's working.
No.
So I'm thinking about taking this and one of these. I think that's all it is, right? Yeah.
And putting the G on one side and the dog face on the other?
Nah, but making a keychain,
Oh,
a big keychain.
that would be cute. He could hang it from the bag if he didn't want to use it as an actual keychain.
Because you know me, I gotta make extras.
Yeah,
No one
because
gets it.
I don't know about where he works, but the guys at UPS here, because my son had a friend that used to work there, they didn't always get the same truck. So you don't want to hook it to a certain key, because you don't always get that truck.
Well, see, Jeff wears his keychains on his keys on his belt, so that would work for
Yeah,
him. But
yeah,
see, but I can make me
uh-huh,
a little puppy keychain, two-tone
yeah,
puppy keychain thing.
yeah. That would be cute. I just thought of making one side a G and the other side the dog a little smaller and put it on the other side, right on the front.
Well, you wouldn't see it.
If it's hanging on the front of him, yeah, you see it.
Well,
On
no,
his,
because this hangs down the front.
oh, that's put it on the flap of the front.
Well, no, the G's on the front.
Yeah, but it's move it off to the side.
The dog was here. There was supposed to be a puppy here originally, and she told me no.
Uh huh. Oh, okay.
Oh, so if you keep the same route for years, you get the same truck, and they put your name on it, and you get AC.
Oh, yeah. See, the trucks rotate unless you've had the same route. Yeah, that's what
So,
he was saying. Yeah.
Kendra, do you think he would like a puppy keychain? Because if he won't appreciate it, I won't send it to him. I'm reasonable like that.
You could always get like a what's that kind of hook that climbers use, and he could put the truck's keychain of the day on it on his key ring. You know,
Carabiner.
carabiner. Thank you.
Yes. Carabiner.
Yeah,
Love
and he could
it.
put the key of the day on that carabiner, and still have the keychain. Still use the keychain, and then it's big enough. You know what you need to do? In the back of that puffy, you need to make a space for her to slip in a tile or or yeah, a tile, so
No,
that all you
that's
gotta so that you can ring it from your phone. You find your keys.
no, that's
Yes,
Gabe that needs a Gabe needs the phone case with the tile in it.
yeah. But I thought Kendra said he loses Gary loses keys,
Oh yeah, Gary loses keys.
so that you need a tile so that you can find your frickin' keys.
Yes.
She said he would attach it, especially if it had that carabiner thing. He loves those.
What
Yeah,
color?
put it.
What color carabiner?
So you make a little slot that you can put a tile in, slip a tile in the back of it, in the back of the keychain. Make a little pocket.
You're gonna have to measure one of those and tell me how big they are.
Okay, I will. I will
Because
do that.
if it's small enough, I can put it here.
No, you want to put it on the back,
Yes, but on the
because
back. But that's
yeah,
the ears and the nose is the only place there's two layers of leather.
aha. But see, you need a hole in the back because you
Yeah,
have to
and
be
that's
able
why
to.
I was wondering. See, like here, if it would fit here after I've stitched it, in the back, I could cut a slit in the leather that you could put
Yeah,
it in.
yeah, perfect. Yes, purple, blue, or black.
Okay.
And
Well, the
she says,
chances.
She says, Marcia, you're so smart. And she then says, Flutter gives a hearty face and says, Marcia's right. Yes, I'm doing it. See, I remembered he loses keys. Gabe loses phones. Gary loses keys. Okay?
Yep.
Come on.
You need to get dressed.
We're waiting on you.
Go get dressed. I'm going to actually get off of here in just a minute because I do have to take the boy child to the store.
I'm talking
Aha.
to my
The old child.
no, I'm
Oh,
a child.
You're the eldest of the children, so you're the old one.
No, I'm not gonna say that while you're screaming.
I didn't think so. You're the oldest of my grandchildren.
yes.
You're the old grandchild.
But deep down inside, I'm a child.
Yes, you'll always be a child. One of the things you're going to have to get used to is you will always be boy or child,
Mm-hmm.
always, for the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
As long as I'm alive, oh boy, you better come here. May come out of my mouth as long as you're alive. Just like I always tell people, your mom is my little girl, and
Yep.
that makes her mad. But she'll always be mama's little girl.
Yep, sure is.
I'm going to I'm going to see what I can find. Um, Sometimes there's a company, Lee or not Lee, Walls, and they sell pants that are extra thick because they're for working in the woods. And sometimes you can get them at Walmart. So I'm going to go see if they have a pair of Walls. And if they do, I'll get him a pair of black Walls to wear because I know he's not going to want the tan color unless he has to have them. But I'll get him a pair of Walls to wear. They're thicker, and that's what I used. That's what we used to wear in the woods. I had a pair of Walls coveralls that I used to wear, and they're probably in a box somewhere. The sad part is that child could wear my Walls coveralls. I just don't know where they are.
Oh, okay, we won't go there
Well, if you get snake bit, we know what it is.
then.
It's copperhead.
Yeah.
So
Well, if you can write this down, it's 1 5/8 by 1 5/8, and it's 1/4 of an inch thick. Now, that's mine. Now, what you need to do is go to Tile, Tile, look it up on the Google or wherever, and see what they have now, because
I,
some of them they change every now and then. But that's what mine is, and they're slightly the edges are slightly rounded.
actually, what I might do is I might just go ahead and make the head double, and
Hmm.
that way I can put, yes, I
You
can
can
put
put
a
a
grommet,
you can put a slot at the top, and the grommet would hold the tile in,
in the front and
and
a
the carab
grommet in the back. It's two separate grommets. That way, when you drop it in,
it would
when you
close it. Yep, yep, that would work. Yep,
yep, because if I do it like that and make it where I put a grommet here and a grommet here,
yeah,
and I put the slit here.
right,
Well, actually, it would be on the back. So, but she would be able to drop. Well, I'll do it this way. She would be able to drop the tile in.
right.
No, no, that's wrong.
Yeah,
The
she could drop the tile in,
grommet
and
would have to be
the
below it.
carabiner would close it,
But the
keep it
grommet
from.
would have to be below it. It would have to be the slot would have to be way up, and then the grommet underneath it.
Yeah,
And that way, when before she does anything, she can
put the
drop it
tile
in
in, and then close it with a carabiner.
and then put the piece in that I'll send her to put in the hole to make a little loop there, and
Mhm,
that'll close up the hole so that
mhm.
it can't fall back out, and then hook the carabiner and go. Yep,
Yep,
that'll work. I
yep.
got you covered, Kendra.
See, we're trying to think about you, Kendra, so he can find his damn keys. Because I remember the last time one of the lives she was on, she says, he's not getting any more keys. You can tell I was outside, right? God, I hate our weather. Oh, I have water moccasins in my yard now and then from the
We
canal in front.
probably have water moccasins back at the creek at the
Hmm.
back of the property.
Oh yeah,
Actually, the back of the property is
more than
that way.
likely, yeah,
Um, possibly in the backyard part, but
yeah. If it's and
outside the
they
yard in the
yeah,
woods.
and they what they do is when it's a little chilly, they come out and find a spot that they kind of blend in, and they sun themselves to heat themselves up like the gators do.
It won't be as bad when we do what we're going to do here, because right now this whole neighborhood is on septic tanks.
Uh,
However, straight back on my property, on my property
mm-hmm.
is the sewer line. The sewer line cuts across the back of our properties, and one of the intakes, one of the
Mm-hmm.
manhole cover thing, is on
Yeah.
my property on this corner,
Mm-hmm.
and there's one just on the property corner on that corner as well. So I have on both corners of my property. My
In the back.
In the back, my property
Mm-hmm.
actually extends out here, but where the sewer line runs through, I have two choices. But this one is straight in line from my septic tank, and it's straight downhill from my septic tank.
Oh, that's perfect.
When the guy already came and looked at it, he's like, I told him where it was, and we walked the path back there, and he turns around and looks at the house, and he goes, "I love your house." And I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Usually we start shallow, like a foot down, and we
Yeah.
have to keep going deeper and deeper." He said, "But we can just mark a straight line from your house straight down to where the intake is down there,
Yeah. And
and
just go a foot
one
deep and
one depth.
yep.
So they're going to cut a path through my woods,
Mm-hmm.
basically cut a road through my woods, and then run the thing down to create a even ditch all the way down. And then they'll lay the pipe down. And when they get toward the back of the property, I'm going to tell them to put a T in it.
Yeah, so you can flush it if you have to.
Well, that's also where the flat part of the property is. It's flat there. So if I'm going to put in a guest house, that's where it would be.
Yeah.
Which that would give me a T into it.
Yep.
Thinking ahead here.
And
then run it all the way back. And it's just, it's perfect slope all the way down. And so once that's done, I will probably get some gravel and cover it with plastic and then gravel.
Yeah.
And I'll just have to put up a lot of signage to keep people off my property.
Right.
And if they don't want to listen, then I'll fence everything.
Yep.
And they don't want me to do that because if I fence it, they can't drive their four-wheelers down the back sewer line anymore.
Yep.
Because I will put gates across there. Because there's a specific type of lock. I can put a gate on there as long as it's big enough for a truck to get through.
Yeah.
And I put a very specific lock on it. And so when they come to do the maintenance, they can get in because there's a specific type of lock they use and it uses a specific code. But I will lock that up so they can't use they can't access my sewer line.
Yep. Be nice or you lose permission. Yep.
Because they're originally, when you get back there, when you go across the sewer line, someone had dug a ditch across the sewer line.
Okay, Flutter.
On my property, they dug a ditch across the sewer line. So that the back part of the woods, if they got flooded, could drain. And
is everybody as deep as you?
Yeah.
Did they do that to everybody's property or just yours?
No, the people that used to live here did it.
Aha.
And so what I'm planning on doing is eventually digging it out and putting a proper drainage ditch in. Fill it in with rocks, basically like a French drain.
Yeah.
So that the backwoods can drain.
Yeah, you need that. You need a top cover with that black stuff that's permeable to keep the leaves and dirt out. Or if it gets dirt in there, your French drain goes south.
Once I have that road going back there, then I'm going to actually go and clear out the area on the other side of the sewer line. That's between the sewer line and the creek. I'm gonna clear that out and put up a little sitting area back there.
Yeah.
The bad part is everything's gonna be made out of concrete. Because when the weather in the wintertime, when the weather gets really bad, it does flood back there.
Yeah, but if you get the French drain.
No. The creek rises up and comes all the way up into my woods. It's never come into my yard. What the mowed part is what I refer to as yard. It's come into the woods, but it's never been in the yard.
Yeah, gotcha.
So I don't want anything back there that would rust or anything like that, and I don't want to be hauling it back and forth.
Right.
So I figured I could build with using cinder blocks, build a fire pit.
Yep.
And build basically some benches and stuff. Carrying cushions back and forth is not a problem. I can do that. That's not too heavy. Chairs and tables is another story, but make a concrete table, cinder blocks.
Yeah.
And chairs basically, and just carry the cushions and all out there.
Yep.
And just have a little sitting thing out there. Just a little getaway spot.
Yep.
Because my lot is long. I have 1.5 acres. The people behind me, and then the front third of the property is mowed. The back is not. The people that own the property on the other side of the creek, theirs is the same way. They have a huge section of woods than the property where the house is.
Gotcha. Like
So
same as you. Yeah.
sitting all the way in the back, we've got woods all around us
Yeah.
and in the creek. So it's a quiet spot.
Yeah.
But I don't know if this in the woods, I'm not sure. It's almost like there's a water source there, like an underground spring or something.
Might be one. Yeah.
So that's something I need to check into. But until I get it where it's draining on the regular, I'll never know.
Yeah.
But if it is like that, then I might set it up where I can start growing mushrooms back there.
Mm-hmm.
Edible
That'd be,
mushrooms.
yeah, that'll be nice.
Not get you high mushroom, edible mushrooms, because they've got some nice varieties and I can grow my own mushrooms.
Yeah. My daughter would go out in uh, the pasture and she'd pick the mushrooms up that are
Mm-hmm.
suspect, shall we say. And she knows what they look like. And she'd pick them up and she'd throw them in the burn pile and they'd burn them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hi, Donna. And I'm actually getting ready to get off so I can take Topher to the store to look for him a pair of breeches because tomorrow morning he's supposed to help the guy across the street. He's getting paid.
Hi, Donis.
The guy across the street has hired my grandchild to help him.
Fantastic.
So I'm going to start running down my closing things. Tuesdays and Thursdays, you can find us over at Two Leads in a Pod. They come on between 9:30 and 10. Tuesdays is more social time news, catch up on the Hollywood drama, sometimes YouTube drama, sprinkled with a tiny bit of politics. We try to avoid too much politics, though. Sometimes there's game nights. There might be spiritual reading night. You never know. But it's a fun night. Thursday night, they do some catching up on news and stuff, but that's their primary sales night where they sell rocks, crystals, gems, custom jewelry, resin pieces. And we also have a good time chatting because we're just a fun group. And on Wednesday night is Elizabeth's Handmade Jewelry. She comes on and she does her sales. Last Wednesday of the month is her dollar sales, and she does some small resin pieces as well. Good people over there, good conversations. Throughout the week, if depending on schedules, if schedule permits, you
Nice letter.
may catch Stacy's Northern Aurora Treasures online selling some rocks, crystals, gems, pearls, the oysters with pearls, some 3D printed pieces. And hanging out with Stacy, you'll find our own Flutter Yo. Flutter Yo likes to post fishing videos. She may be fishing on a pier, fishing in a kayak, or fishing in an ice shack because Flutter likes to just cut holes in the ice and go fishing, catch some little pot lickers. On Friday nights, you can catch all of us over at Get Swamped. They come on at 7:30, and they start off by having a general chit chat talking about any new births on the farm, any new animal acquisitions, what buildings are going up or what buildings will be going up. So they give us an update on everything. Then they do their mail call where they open their mail of anything someone might have sent to them. And then Mimi's mom, Kim, will send in questions and they will go over all those questions, give answers to the best of their ability. Sometimes people will also ask questions in the chat and they'll answer those as well, dealing with the farm and the animals and gator calls. Robbie posts videos almost every day. He does gator calls and he does other videos of life on the farm. And then after that, he moves into the other room where he has sales of rocks, crystals, and gems. You can get things from $5 to $1,000. He has a variety of things. Sometimes he has the more expensive high-end stuff. He has things that can cover most price points. And sometimes he gets other things other than the rocks, crystals, and gems. and we love hanging out there and supporting the animals. Any money he makes, any profits he makes from the rocks, crystals, and gems sales go towards feeding and care of the animals on the farm. And if you have not been to Get Swamped yet and looked at the videos there, you should. He has amazing animals. He has lemurs and kinkajous and snakes and lizards and turtles and tortoises and alligators and crocodiles and just all kinds of animals. And they are amazing. And most all of us that come in here and in the other channels actually go there and support them as well. And if you like unboxings, you can run up there and look at Flutter Yo's channel. She does unboxings. Elizabeth does unboxings. Sometimes you catch unboxings on Two Leaves in a Pod. But now when you like spheres, you go see a Diana, because Diana posts she's our ball. We call her the balls lady, because she has all the spheres on her channel when she's unboxing. If you are into miniature items like miniature boats and miniature figurines, you can pop over to Facebook and see Terry. I don't know what he has posted over there, but he does the little miniatures, the little boats and stuff and so he has stuff over there. On occasion, Phil, also known as CPR, will post videos of his life. Recently, he posted the one of the hill from where he goes to his cardiac rehab. They make him climb the hill. And for those people that are into gaming, my grandson Topher has started a channel. He only has one video up, but I'm going to post him here anyway. If anyone is so inclined to go subscribe to him and watch his videos on occasion when he posts things, it would help the kid out, make him feel good. He got excited about getting new subs yesterday. So that covers everybody, I think.
You think?
Anything, my Amazon wish list and stuff like that, all of that's in the video description. And I usually am doing active Leatherworks. You can check my Instagram, which is also posted in the video description. You can see some of the items that I've made. My latest thing I made was this skull right here that is for somebody that commissioned the work. He bought the leather, which is leather with skulls embossed on it. I did the colorations of it and stitched that together, and I'm making them one that's just like this except bigger, and it's going to be red and black. But I make hats and bags. That's what this is. This is going to be a doggy treat bag for a UPS delivery person.
Personalized keychains, all kinds of stuff.
I make personalized keychains. I'm actually going to make a puppy keychain. I might have to remake a keychain for Marcia, will have a yellow submarine on it, because the post office seems to have lost my package that I mailed to her. It says that it was delivered in her area, but
not my house.
I haven't gotten there. So we'll pop on back in. I don't know if I'm going to stream tomorrow. It depends how my doctor's appointment goes. But I usually stream like a lot. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. Depending on what my schedule is. I'm usually on by 6:30 Eastern time. The times I gave for Two Leaves in a Pod is Eastern time. Elizabeth is 8:30 Eastern time. To Get Swamped is 7:30 Eastern time. So yeah, we're all Eastern time folks. So yeah, if you come back and you don't have Instagram, I can always pull up my Instagram and share the screen and show some of the things that I've made if you're interested. But I take commissions, but I've done lots of hats and bags.
Can't see Scully's hat. Move Scully down.
Yes,
There
Scully
he is.
one of the miniature top hats that I made. That's another miniature top hat that I made. I do not specialize in miniatures. I just have the pattern. A lot of the patterns I use will actually have a miniature layout of the pattern to give you a full look at how the pattern is laid out and how the pieces connect together. and I have a tendency to cut it out and make miniature hats.
And
That's
Scully.
mini. That's similar to Z's hat.
Yeah.
He's got it all down in his eyes now.
Yeah.
He's being a
He's looking very dapper.
and this is a Scully, my skull. He's Jade,
Yeah.
and
He's
he has
cute.
red eyes. And he normally would go up in my crystal cabinet, but everybody has decided that he needed to hang out down here with me now.
Yep. He's your cohort and mascot and
He
all
might
that.
wind up hung on a wall when I get the pegboard put up.
As long as he's in the picture.
And yeah, he would be when I put the camera over on this side.
Hmm.
So because I'll
Somebody's
do
got to make him. Somebody needs to make him a bicycle.
a bicycle.
Hmm. Put his little legs on a bicycle.
His head's too heavy for this.
I know. We'd have to put a rod up his butt.
Scully's got a fat head, but yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just a joke thing. I do have a collection of rocks, crystals, and gems. So sometimes you'll catch me doing unboxings of rocks, crystals, and gems, um, because I love that. Um,
You like
I,
purple and fluorite?
I have fluorite sitting here. I'm waiting for the rest of the fluorite to come in so I can make myself a necklace. I'm making myself pearls, fluorite pearls, so to speak, um, with these. Kendra said the garden fluorite is hard to find and is expensive.
Yes. Yes. I
And
told
the
you that
fact
last
that I
night.
have multiple pieces of it is kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's little pieces. I mean, tiny little pieces, but
It's still rare to find it.
I still have 3 gardens.
Mm-hmm.
Those
Yep.
3. That one has a little garden. That one's harder to see.
Did you
That
tell her about the one we saw the other night? Saw last night on the.
Yeah,
Oh.
we were looking at some sexy rocks last night.
Oh God.
That one, eh,
Here.
I can't get it to
Yeah.
focus because I'm special. Okay.
Yeah. There you can see it.
Yeah, but they have them. Maybe if I took it down and held it down here, it'd be easier to see them.
Yeah.
But I did all my rundowns of everything. Prayers out to everyone. I know we have some people that need some prayers. Prayers for some relief for Elizabeth's son. He is having back problems right now. Um, and prayers to all you people. I won't name everybody who's having medical stuff going on. I'm not going to post your business out there.
I'll just say prayers for Kim, Mimi's mom.
What's wrong with Mimi's mom?
She was taken to the hospital today.
Oh, crap. Special prayers out for Mimi's mom that everything's going to be okay. Kim's an amazing lady,
Yep.
and we don't need her in trouble.
Nope, we don't. I told Robbie to tell Mimi that's not allowed. I absolutely refuse.
But I may be on tomorrow at 6:30. If I do come on, I stop my stream 30 minutes before Two Leaves and a Pod comes on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I always stop 30 minutes before them to allow for a break, bio break, get a drink, get a snack, whatever. But I do allow a 30-minute break in there. So I bid you all farewell. I will see you tomorrow either on my stream, which will be between 6 and 6:30 if I'm up to it. It depends what goes on tomorrow at my appointment. And if not, I will be on Two Leaves in a Pod tomorrow, hanging out there. So
Good thoughts for your appointment tomorrow. Hope
thank
they
you.
do what you want them to do.
Me too. Which means I may or may not be able to talk tomorrow if I do. But in the end, it'll be better for me.
Yeah. Good
And
night, Flutter.
good night, everybody. Bye for now.
Bye all.